With these guys, they can get you up to $5 million in business funding today. Don't let funding be the reason that you don't go and achieve your dreams and goals. Alright guys, and in today's video, I'm going to bring you a special institution that actually helped me out in my funding process, Rock Financial. They lean more towards the small business owners looking for funding so they can grow and scale their business. They're actually a super broker that has relationships with over 75 lenders. So now let's go into what and how they operate so you can go ahead and use this information and you can get massive amounts of business funding just like I did. Let's dive in. Alright guys, so right off the back, I just want to let you guys know it is a soft credit check to your Experian credit profile. It's actually going to be your personal experience, but I'm here to let you know they do not have a minimum FICO score when it comes to getting approved for massive amounts of funding. I spoke to a representative and they stated that the lowest that they've ever seen since they've been working there as far as getting access to funding and having a lower tier credit score is a 590. Yes, you heard it here correctly, a 590. They wouldn't tell me what type of amount it was, but the fact that they actually got somebody with a 590 credit score, actual massive amounts of funding, actually says a lot in themselves. Like I stated in the beginning, they're here to help small business owners. Not saying that they don't help the big businesses, but when it comes to actual business funding and things of that nature, a lot of these big institutions such as Wells Fargo's, the Bank of America's, the Chases, when it comes to putting a plan together, they want to see the big businesses that are acquiring $1 to $5 million per year, and they will just throw money at them. The reason for that is because, of course, the cash flow. But with Rock Financial, they're here to try to help the small business owners that's trying to get started so they can be right up there with the big businesses. So just like I stated, they're looking to help the small business owners. So you don't have to make $1 to $3 million of gross per year just to get funding. Now, the minimum that you have to be in business is 6 months, but let me explain how great that is. But a lot of other institutions, they want you to be in business at least 2 years before you can even consider having a consultation with them, or a year, or sometimes even more than that. But as far as 6 months, that says a lot with Rock Financial. When I was trying to get started, I think I was like 7 months in. I had maybe like a business credit card here and there, and they helped me get over the hump as far as getting that actual funding that I needed. So 6 months is actually a very short time period. Now, depending on what the funding process is and what you're trying to get approved for, the minimum revenue or cash flow that they are looking for is $5,000 gross. But in a lot of cases, they can still work with you when it comes to what you have going in and out of your bank account. So just to keep that in mind, at the end of the day, they're still trying to work with you. Even though it's a minimum requirement, if maybe you have a little bit of a credit score, but you have a little less cash flow or vice versa, or things of that nature, they can still work with you and try to get you funding. With the type of available products that they have, of course, business lines of credit, small business loans, equipment financing, AR financing, which is, of course, accounts receivable financing, fix and flip loans, asset-based loans, SBA loans, and many more. So this goes to show you have endless options of where you can take it as far as the funding. If you're trying to get fix and flips, if you're trying to get equipment financing, because you know that sometimes in a lot of areas that's very hard to come by, Rock Financial is trying to get you started. Now, let's dive a little deeper into these loans to see how they actually correlate. So with the term loans, the amount goes from $10,000 all the way up to $2 million, and they can get you funding within 1 to 3 business days. With the business line of credit, it's from $10,000 all the way up to $1 million, and again, it's 1 to 3 business days where they can get you the funding. Equipment financing, this is where the big stuff happens. This is where it goes from $10,000 all the way up to $5 million in funding. This can take up to 2 to 5 business days. SBA loans, you're looking at $10,000 all the way up to $5 million, and it's from 1 to 45 business days. Of course, you know the reason for that is it's coming from the government, so of course you have to wait a little while longer. And I just want to stress this to you guys. They will work with you when it comes to your credit score. There is no minimum FICO score. They're not trying to make your credit hold you back. So at the end of the day, again, you are going to have a consultant consult with you, see where you're at, and see what they can do to help one of these 75 lenders get you funding. And like I stated throughout this video, with Rock Financial, they are going to easily work with you to make sure that funding is the least of your worries. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Now go get that big boy funding like I did and go be great. And until next time, ladies and gents.